Hi friends, it's Maya coming to you with another video, and this video I'm going to talk about how to buy a used car or how to not buy a used car and the tips that I have to share. Now these are simple things. You might have your own stuff that you want to add in, or maybe your experience won't be the same as mine, but this is what I've experienced. Okay, so when you're going to purchase a car, make sure you're doing an all around look at the vehicle. Make sure there's no bumps or scratches or anything unusual. Now keep in mind that it might be a used car, but it's new to you, right? So for example, guys, take a look at the tires. The tires that I have has two different brands of tires that's on this car. This might end up causing a little bit of issue when it comes to longevity of the car. Okay, so always take a look at the wheels and question that. Why is the tires two different brands of tires on? This is all season tires on there. It's coming to the end of winter, so it didn't really matter at the time, but coming to next winter, I don't want to change these tires to all winter tires. Okay, as you can notice, there are some scratches on the car, which I did notice before, but I didn't think it was a deal breaker. Okay, now also when you're purchasing a car,
alright, so we're going to start at the lights, right? You always want to check your lights, depending on the year of the car. Usually about 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, you're going to see, or it could even be easier, you're going to see that some headlights start to fog. So you really want to keep an eye out, because it is an expensive fix. It's extremely laborious, and it's just annoying. So you're probably going to end up just replacing the whole lights, but that's something definitely to keep an eye out. My second one, since we're at the windshield, keep an eye on your windshield wipers. They make a huge difference in not only your visibility at the day, especially at night, and just like overall comfort. Obviously, the bigger your windshield, the more expensive your windshield wipers are gonna be. But I would say if you have like 20 bucks, go to Costco, use it. They make a difference, and they're gonna make your life easier. Next, you're gonna check around the piping. You see right around here, you want these to be sealed, because the second these things, you see how this is very loose? You don't want that happening. That means that it's been open, closed, shut, slammed. It's not a huge deal, but it's definitely something to be wary of. Next part to change, always around your bumper. Everybody has bumper scrapes. These are minors, but depending on the color, I don't know if you can see that with this light. This is a very unique color. And because it is like a 9-10-year-old car, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. You're probably going to have to go straight to Honda and get it. But these type of things become expensive, because you can't just go to a Walmart and get like a fixer-upper. You're going to have to go and get like a kit to kind of clean that up. So that's one thing to remember. Always check like your side view mirrors. Side view mirrors are not cheap to replace. You know, it's a toughie. Just keep an eye out, just make sure they didn't slam into anything. That's good to beware. Yeah, there might sometimes be always like little scrapes on the inside. I don't know what causes that, but another heads up. Another thing to pay attention to is how your gas plate opens up. A lot of issues that I've personally seen with my friends with these ones that are automatic is that they can break, and they're super expensive. Like, you'd be so surprised how expensive they are to replace. So just keep an eye out. This one is actually like a crank lever. I can show you, which is actually pretty decent. As you can see, because of the year of the car, this one is not a push to start. Normal keys are still expensive to replace, so just keep an eye out. Right? You see how this isn't attached? Not a big deal, but these are things good to know. Also, the inside, you could tell the gunk. Like, how did that even get like that? What the fuck were they doing? Was it replaced? Was it not cleaned? I don't know. It kind of just shows you how the previous owner treated it.
Now keep in mind, this is from a dealership, a wreckable dealership.
Certified.
So, a certified car. So I wasn't expecting all these issues to sort of pop up within 2 days of receiving the car. right? So you have to check on it. Get a mechanic, guys. Even though it's coming from a dealership, make sure you get a mechanic to check it out for you. If you have a friend that you can drive the car to, drive it and have them check it out, because this is ridiculous. And once you purchase a car and finance a car, the dealership don't give a damn. Okay, so you have to make sure what you're doing the right things. Okay.
All right, guys.
Yeah. So, my friends, also check if you're having the dealership. If you're having the dealership go and get the license in for you, like the license plate, you have to be careful. Are you paying for 1 year or are you paying for 2 years? Because in this case, I thought I was paying for 2 years. That's what I was told, and this is what I specifically asked for, is for them, because I left a $500 deposit. Now they did not. They only gave me the sticker for just this year only, when I specifically told them that I wanted a sticker for 2 years. So you have to make sure, if you finance the car, purchase a car, and you put on a deposit, make sure you're getting what they said that they're going to give you. The second part of it is also, they told me that they put in $30 gas in the car, and they did not. I just drove like, I swear, 2 blocks, 3 blocks from one city to the next. That should take me 30 minutes. The gas was done. Okay, it was on empty. So they did not put in the amount of gas that they said. So you have to watch for that, and make sure you don't shy away, especially if you're a single woman, a woman going in to make these deals. You have to be really careful. What else is there?
We'll do outside before we go inside.
Yeah.
All right. Also, heads up, I learned this from Scotty. Shout out to Scotty. 4-wheel drives are going to cost a little bit more in just upkeep. Also, you want to pay attention to the size of the wheels. A lot of people, especially when upgrading to an SUV, bigger tire size equals more upkeep, because your tires get more expensive the size they get. And obviously, for us living in Canada, winter tires are a huge thing. Winter tires also make a huge difference. So, I mean, be prepared and have that cost baked into when you're getting a new ride. Another thing a lot of people tend to forget is the roof. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there we go. So check the roof for scratches, because that's a lot of places where a lot of people tend to just kind of overlook. I would also just kind of have a look inside the cavity. With SUVs, with snow, with salt road, like, this is where a lot of shit can happen. Check the ceilings around it. You're gonna notice that, there's a little bit of a gap. Just what is it due to? Obviously, this is a 2011 car, so you're gonna expect something, but it's just nice to keep an eye out, because these things can come back to bite you. We're gonna check on the inside of the car next. All right, so this is all about the test drive, right? When you get to the car lot, you're gonna do a test drive. Ask for both set of keys during your test ride. If they have an issue with it, run quickly. Figure out exactly what the key type is and ask specifically. Show that key. Make sure you ask specifically how much is a key replacement cost from you guys? Because these are hidden costs that can add up really, really quickly. For this specific brand, it's $200 to replace a key. One of the keys that they gave us was smashed to smithereens. So it only comes with a key. It doesn't come with an unlocking device. It's one of those hidden things, and they tried to hide it. They slid it in an envelope and, passed it on after signing it, and that was a mistake on our behalf. Next part, check your entertainment system. Figure out how much discs it can have in it, because a lot of the times this gets caught in this, and these aren't cheap fixes. You end up usually replacing the unit. Check your aux cord stuff. Make sure that the aux cord is a good aux cord. Make sure that it's not having any sound issues. A lot of people do not pay attention to that, and that could be very annoying if you have children. Also, just check the general comfort. To me, this is kind of awkward. What is this for? You get what I'm saying? I can't put my coffee here. The coffee mugs are on the side at the bottom, which means that it's just really just uncomfortable. It's such a weird design, but a lot of people can kind of get over that. All right.
So my friends, also make sure you check the seat belts carefully to make sure the seat belt works and they're tight enough, whatever. I mean, that could be a huge safety issue, okay? Also check your mats, because these mats that I got with the car does not belong to this car, and it's obvious as that, but it wasn't obvious at the time to me. So you have to make sure you're checking specifically and make sure there's actually mats in the car, because there wasn't mats in the car, okay? There was only 2 for the back seat, and I saw them move them for the front seat, okay?
Like, obviously you could tell that this doesn't belong here. It's probably just a cheap replacement. I mean, again, the onus is on you, but it's just good to know certain things. You know, these mats don't here. This is like a sliding, this is a hazard, because if it slides up, and again, with a bigger car, mats cost money. They're going to be a little bit more pricey. All right, next step.
Also, my friends, also check the seat. Also, my friends, make sure you're doing an overall on the seats, the interior of the car. When I did get this car, I didn't notice there was a stain on the driver's side seat. My thoughts is that maybe somebody else's peer or whatever, the stains didn't come out. When I do call and ask about it, they said, well, I got what I got, right? So you guys be very, very careful. You know, when you're buying, to check the interior pieces of the car. Every seat, go through all the seats, all the handles, everything. Okay, here we go. Yes, my friend, so when you're going on the middle one is so my friends, when you go test drive the car, make sure you're taking it on the highway. Don't just take it in the back alley of a building or whatever the case may be. Make sure you take it on the highway. Checks for acceleration, and just check out, listen for sounds, listen for you know, unusual stuff. Listen carefully, figure out how it feels to you. Is it braking? Is the seatbelt's locking on time? Is the sounds, the air conditioner works, the heater works properly? Those are things that you're looking out for, okay? So those are my tips, guys. If you have any suggestions, if you have any anything that you want to comment on, just let me know down below. Do you have any experience buying a new car? I would love to hear your comment below. Okay, thank you again for watching, and don't forget, not everyone that wanders is lost, and always strive for something better.